What I've figured out is that if I deal with it right away and I utilize my booking link to let them pick a time on my calendar, it just saves me a ton of time. I can get through the process, a lot less worry. Hey everyone, Jonathan from Go Reminders here. And today I want to talk about how to deal with responses that you get from appointment reminders. So you might be sending out appointment reminders manually, you might be using an automated reminder system, and it is annoying to have to go through and respond. It's time consuming, and if you say the wrong thing, it could backfire and someone could cancel, or if they're canceling, they might not reschedule. And so it's nerve-wracking to sort of think through all the intricacies of how to deal with all that. So what I'm going to teach you today and what I'm going to go through is a workflow that will allow you to turn those cancellations into reschedules so you can fill the slot another time if they can't make it at that time. You'll end up with happy customers who will appreciate the top-notch service and show up to do business with you, and you'll end up saving time. Instead of it being a time-consuming process, you will save time with this process. I used to myself when I was booking meetings, and still now I do this occasionally. I will delay getting back to someone who wants to reschedule. And sometimes it's because I'm busy, and I don't want to break my focus and spend time rescheduling with the person. Sometimes it's because I'm nervous that if I say the wrong thing, they might not reschedule with me. And what I've figured out is that if I deal with it right away and I utilize my booking link to let them pick a time on my calendar, I can, it just saves me a ton of time. I can get through the process, a lot less worry and whatnot. So the steps to implementing this workflow that will save you a bunch of time and get your customers happy, and and just generally bring down the stress level when it comes to dealing with appointment reminder replies is: number one, reply when you're reading the message. Just like the one touch rule. When you see that message, if you're gonna see it, process it at that point. Now, if you don't, that doesn't mean you have to look at at any message that comes in immediately, but maybe you have blocks of your time during the day when you're doing scheduling, or you're processing your texts, processing your emails, whatever it is. When you're doing that, don't say, oh, well, I'm not sure what to say, I'm going to reply another time. There's no other time. You're not going to think of a better response to send them than in that moment. So that's number one. Number two is to be kind. That's just, you may be annoyed and angry at this person for responding and rescheduling. It might be close to the appointment. It might be something that they really, wanted to do this particular time. It wasn't a great time for you and you compromised. But whatever it is, be kind, because that's the way that this is going to work. And then the third thing is to really check back. So sometimes people will ask questions about that isn't related to canceling. And it leads to canceling, whatever it is. Check back if you don't hear from someone. And so if they rescheduled, or if they left it ambiguous, check back with them. It's going to be few people who are going to leave it that way, so it's worth it to check back with those. And then if you send the link to someone, your booking link to someone, or give a time of, okay, you can't make this time, how about this time? Check back with them. And, one thing that I like to do is say, hey, here's my booking link. Let me know once you've booked a time, so I can make sure it's in there. Something like that. It gives them them something to do to get back to me, to let me know that they've done that. Even though I will get notifications from my booking system when they book, it just gives them another prompt to like, okay, I need to do that after, so let me do this, and then let Jonathan know. So that's the deal. And in terms of a lot of these replies and a lot of the cancellations can really drum up a lot of anger and frustration with your clients, whether they're clients, patients, prospects, customers, anyone. And the key to dealing with that is just to keep in mind that this is business. This is not a friend group. These are not people you have to hang out with at times when you're not doing work. You're just running a business. It's just business. It's nothing personal. And if you keep that in mind, it's really worth it to, as I said, be kind and just deal with it right away and realize that it's not life or death usually. And yeah, just get business done. So, just to review, dealing with replies can be annoying. They can be time consuming. Often the time consuming part is because you put it off till later, and then you go back to it, and then you have to rethink it, and you have to do context switching of, okay, like, let me think about this. I thought about it before. I'm going to think about it again. So if you can reply, right away, it cuts down on time a ton. And if you just keep these things in mind of being kind, getting back to them right away, offering time, sending a booking link, you will end up with a situation where those cancellations will reschedule. They'll be super happy with the level of service. They'll show up ready to do business, happy with you in general, thanking you for these reminders and thanking you for your open communication. And overall, you're going to save time. This is not something that's going to add time to your workflow. This will cut down on the time. So leave me a comment if you have any questions. Would love to hear your feedback on this. And if you want to try Go Reminders, totally free, no credit card required. It's an easy to use system that automatically asks for confirmation, and it tracks the confirmations as well. So, sign up for the free trial, check it out. Would love your feedback on that. And of course, subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks related to automation, running a small business, and scheduling in general. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy.